Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's continue The Witcher. This is part 48. And I almost want to say that this is the last one. I'm not gonna say that. Maybe it might be the last one for the main quest, but it's probably not the last for the Blood and Wine DLC, because I will play some additional missions probably. In the previous part, I just followed the main quest, and that's it. We were fighting vampires. It was more like towards the end of the video, and I just did main quest, and that's it. And I discovered, and I did one quest. I had to retrieve the how can I call it? The important the male's important part. Wow. And that's it. And I took some side quests. And overall, that's it. Nothing really important. So I'm just continuing the main quest. I'm not sure where to go. Where am I even going?
Stench.
Normally, I change some settings.
The playground for two little girls. Something's not right.
And also, I changed some settings, so I should be, because I feel like there was some kind of echo yesterday, because my mic was capturing what you've heard on my desktop. Kind of weird, so I added some filters. It should probably be better, but we'll see. It shouldn't capture random dialogues. I hope it will at least capture my voice, because I feel like I mean, I can speak louder. The problem is that I'm sitting in front of my mic, so
Bloody hell, let him out!
Voices.
He gobbled up my gingerbread!
so it's just kind of weird, because like I don't want to scream, I don't want to shout while I'm sitting in front of the mic, but at the same time, for some reason, I don't sound loud enough and good enough, so it feels like I'm just not speaking properly, like I'm whispering, or almost
Now
whispering.
it's my turn to gobble him!
Well,
Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross. Then you open it. Now, who's this? A lost traveler? You're not supposed to be here, sweetie. Why, you're old. Old and pale. But never worry. A bit of butter, a bit of spice, and you'll make a tasty morsel. just as soon as I catch you.
Come now! You cannot possibly fear a few magical plots.
You like that silver?
That soup smells more vile than a rotting carcass. Careful she doesn't douse you.
I don't quite remember how to get rid of them. Pressed at the R at the same moment and apparently didn't work. That is a very long stun.
Show me what you got. What the hell was that?
The Wicked Witch. Heard of her, haven't you? Now, where did you put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Sienna? Is that you?
It's been years, Jack.
Have you come to play?
No, I just want your beans, so you can breathe easy.
Breathe easy? Because you aren't here to play? What's that about?
Jack knows what I mean, so he'll tell me where the beans are as fast as he can. Isn't that right?
Sienna, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them.
Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all, hmm? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home, for instance.
I'm telling the truth. I swear it.
Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over so you wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy with the thing for wolves, he should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's affairs.
He had better know. Because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoo! Ah, all right. So why is it you're here?
To look for my lost childhood.
Came to free you.
Nice of you, but a waste of your effort. I plan to free myself.
You might not. Bound to be easier with my help, as our most recent adventure amply showed.
Mm-hmm. Yet I still don't know why you even give a damn.
It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summoned monsters to attack Beauclair.
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events. So get to the point, please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you meet with Dettlaff, he'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Now you come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it?
Thank you.
Well, normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Dettlaff was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else. Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer. Consider us allies. Shake on it.
This place. Tell me something more. It's an illusion, right?
Yes, created by Arturius Vigo. Anna Henrietta and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell gradually disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here, so you had best be on your watch.
Since you brought it up, the knights Dettlaff killed. What exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Dulac, Lacroix, Peyrac Peyran?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but I suppose you deserve to know. When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders. All did so without uttering a single word in my defense.
Like you said, they had their orders.
But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempt at escape. And Dulac had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
That explains a lot.
Shocked, aren't you? You must have thought you had me pegged. Before bothering to hear my side. Everyone does that.
Curse of the Black Sun. That's why you were banished, right?
Twisted princesses, mutants. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Even met one of you. Renfri of Craden.
And? Was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain. But what caused it? The curse or what she went through? Asking myself to this day.
You killed her, didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
Now actually, it's kind of weird, but now actually that I watched the Netflix TV show, because before I haven't read any books, and I still haven't read them. But all the previous times when I played, when he said Renfri, it didn't mean anything to me. Now that I watched the TV show, now it makes a lot more sense at least than before, see? And that's kind of interesting. It's true that her situation was kind of interesting and weird. So, yeah.
So, what's with the beans? Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird yourself with patience. There are 2 ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beans.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen. That boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame. You know the tale?
Jack climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle, high up in the clouds.
As we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans. There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stalk won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now? So we must find Joss. Perhaps he will be able to help us. You lead. Joss can usually be found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right.
Okay.
So, what exactly is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre, which is why we gotta hurry.
You needn't fret. Time flows differently in the Fable Sphere. We can stay here a week, yet outside mere minutes will have passed.
That's a nice info. Let's see. This whole story makes a lot more sense when she's actually explaining things and you understand that, yeah, okay, she did some bad things.
Watch out! Pixies! Ugly and fierce.
Maybe even a lot of bad things. She kinda forced Detlef to kill all those knights, and there is no
Friendliest pixies I've met.
They were put here to protect the Fable Sphere from intruders. Meaning you.
there is no pardon for that. A lot of people died. But at the same time, at least when she explains that, you kinda understand her motivations. That she's not, she didn't do that just for the sake of killing someone. She's not kind of a monster or something. Yes, it's true that
Oh, unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one.
it's true that killing 5 people for their maybe bad decisions of the past is not the best idea. Especially that they died. She didn't die. See? Yes, she was banished, but that's it. But at least you can understand her logic. I guess it's better than nothing. She deserved to die? That's another
Exciting,
question.
isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not.
Oh, Geralt.
What's here? None at all. This is grand. I'm alright. Not in any danger. That's him. Jaws. Last, they're going to rip him in 6.
damaging them enough. Didn't damage them at all, actually. Close, but not quite. Well, I have immortals.
Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's more. Another wolf behind you. Ignore him. He always lies.
Aha. Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose. And doesn't, when they actually appear.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you know what's become of his 3 beans. I don't know anything! Not one thing, and besides, watch out! Wolves!
This'll be interesting. Right, let's get to it. Let's say for a minute you know what happened to the red bean. Where wouldn't it be?
For certain, no one swallowed it. Oh no, definitely not that. Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it? A human! The most humany human in the land of 1,000 fables! Everyone! Wolves! Run!
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the blue bean. Maybe? Not at all? Right?
I've heard it lies about somewhere, out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody! 3 times over! Help! Wolves!
Yellow bean. Don't know a thing about it, right?
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep. So deep, in fact, it's completely underground. And who has it? A bold farmhand, who in no way and not at all awaits someone. Not in the slightest. Good folk! Wolf! Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes. Understood?
All right, we should go.
Watch out for wolves!
Tough to talk to, that one.
Was it, though? You need merely remember he always lies. Or more precisely, reverses the truth.
Where to now?
I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other fables. The meaty ones, that is. Perhaps then Joss's hints will make more sense. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each. And Goldilocks, of course. Then Longlocks, and a little lass who sells flint.
Fine. Let's get to work. Incredible. You must have loved this place.
I did at first. But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of princesses eventually turn dull and routine.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest once, that sort of thing. Stole the pea out from under the princess, who sleeps to this day, I think.
So I got here, not here anymore. Here. Tired. Need to sleep.
I shall butcher you!
Wow. One of the most important things is to visit this place. was even unnoticeable.
Caliber, fist tech pure as virgin tears.
Seek an owner of glass slipper. Will take on one children. Mission. It's the duck. Fresh goods. Perfume. Natural. Contract loops it is.
Contract from a goose. That's new.
Do you really aim to concern yourself with that?
A true witcher should never abandon poultry in distress.
Okay.
Care for a cigarillo? A bit of tobacco? A dab of fist tech?
Remind me, what tale are you from?
Sold flints when I was a lass, but no one bought them, so I branched out. Now I deal in snuffs, puffs, all sorts of fun things. What'll you have, sweeties?
Wow.
Magic beans. Do you have any?
If it's not the new name of some kicker I already have, dearies, then no. But maybe you'd like some.
Hey, where'd you get that ribbon? That's mine.
Is that so? Then why was it lying in the bushes? Finders keepers, sweetheart.
The ribbon. Mind explaining what the fuss is about?
There's not much to explain. I got it from Aturius Vigo when I was a child. It was to protect me from Ethel. It clearly didn't work, given how I ended up.
But it means a lot to you.
How should I put this? I have so few mementos from my childhood, and the ribbon reminds me of the good old days, when I was someone else.
Dears, could you continue this touching scene elsewhere, You're scaring away my customers.
Give Sienna the ribbon. Why not, huh?
Sugar plum. The only thing I hand out for free is a first hit. To get them to come back for a second, of course. For all else, you've got to pay.
What if I asked you nicely?
Ask me nicely and I might play you for it. A round of cards?
Why did I save the game?
Wasting time here, Sienna. Let's go.
No, I'm not. I just want to save, and I'll
What
check.
is it, loves? What is it you want?
I want to check. She
What have
has.
you got to sell exactly?
Like I said, tobacco.
No blah blah. Is there anything in? Just random food. Nothing interesting. Maybe I can sell a sword or something. Level 18, I don't need it. I can't sell anything else. What a disaster. Let's play.
Alright, let's play. If you lose, you give me the ribbon.
Don't get your hopes up. None can best me at Gwent.
You should have participated in Passive Floor tournament. Appreciate the last moments that we are playing The Witcher and Gwen. Well, there is a Gwen tournament in Tucson as well. That they didn't have a dandelion. It's a, it's a kind of funny feeling when I was playing. So it's been quite some time that I'm trying to finish The Witcher, but I'm trying. I'm not really trying, but that I'm playing it and recording. But I was thinking about other games that I want to do them as well. But at the same time, I really like The Witcher, so it's a very interesting situation. Go on. I'll probably finish it and I'll miss it after some time. Well, I'll be able to replay it, so it's not like it's the end, but you can always replay it because this game is so long and there are so many things to do that you can always get back and just do them again and again. Choose other options, do other things choose other options in the dialogues or during some missions and do it differently. But it's still kinda interesting because at some point it becomes kinda long, but at the same time you still kinda like it. Very mixed feelings, I'd say.
Rumple, you're good at this. A word once given. The ribbon's yours. Now skedaddle.
All right. Tell me
What?
what you want in return. You're not doing this out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't want anything in return.
Thank you.
Where is the ribbon? I didn't see it.
Watch out! Pixies!
Rat bastard!
Cut. At least they are one hit kill. So it's quite
That stench.
a bit powerful.
Watch it. Hey, watch it.
She speaks like a man. Weird voice. I lost.
Oh, the three little pigs' homes. You know the story, don't you? Who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Looks like Big Bad's already blown down the houses of straw and sticks. Brick's the only one left.
We should look inside. Remember Joss's words?
One bean lies out in the open, guarded by 3 nobodies. Yeah, could be it.
It follows me everywhere. Like a stalker.
Harlot's red. Vandal. Get him!
Humblocks, they didn't like that.
One is stuck, no? Don't even damage. I don't even do any damage. I'm not damaging them. Stuck.
Oh look, the Emperor of Nilfgaard. He's come out to show off his new robe.
Yeah.
The big bad witcher huffed and puffed, and look, got a bean.
It cannot be.
What cannot be?
You actually have a sense of humor.
Why so shocked?
Well, when you arrived, all you did was pout and mumble things in that graphically monotone. And now this. A jest. And a good one at that. But here we are chatting away when there's work to do. We must keep looking. So, do you like it here?
No, got a problem with magic in general. Illusions, portals, all that. Don't trust any of it.
A bow of old-fashioned tastes, eh? I like that.
Impo. So. It's not one hit kill. At least they're jumping on you.
Let's dance.
Bastard!
Damn it.
Going berserk. No, I'm not avoiding their attacks. I'm not, more like evading. I'm not, blocking them. I'm just going berserk.
It always grapple up her braid in the past, but I don't see it anywhere.
We'll find another way up. This Longlock's tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remembered.
Wait. What Joss said about the third being, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go.
Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
Prince's corpse. Tried to free Longlocks, but fell and broke his neck.
There's a castle over there. It really looks like Toussaint, like some kind of a version, or very similar, or maybe because of the weather and sunshine. But it kind of feels similar. Go down. Fall, you lose. More like you die. Wait. Ah, wow. Very nice.
Too late!
Not good.
An army of skeletons. They didn't even have any health. Obviously she's healing. Expensive toys. I'm farming here.
Bean. There it is. Would have stunk to climb all that way for nothing.
Welcome to the fairy tale. I feel like there is only eagle missing, like in Assassin's Creed, to appreciate.
So?
Got the bean, but Longlocks. Seems she got sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
To use him. Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first, I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Matina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I know. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick. He gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet types.
That's supposed to be about me too?
Oh, bother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world. Though, you do remind me of him a bit, stifling all emotions inside you, ever feigning indifference. You see, when I met Detlef, somehow I knew, call it intuition, that he meant me no harm, that he was trying to frighten me off, for he too was scared. Now do you understand?
I guess. What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. Enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Yes, there was no other way. Let's just be friends, or I don't deserve you. He'd never have understood that sort of thing. But then, once I decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
See, it's kind of a very interesting situation because she's being clearly she's being she was bad. She's probably still is in some things, at least. But the fact that she manipulated him, used him to kill other people, it's bad. But like, if you, as I said at some point, the vast majority of problems, they are coming from people's childhoods. Quite often because of their parents, because they were growing up in a toxic environment, not with the best parents, let's call them like that. And so, in her case, that's exactly the case. She was treated differently since the very beginning. Black sun, blah blah blah, something something. It's a curse, so you're cursed, you're somehow special. Anna Henrietta slaps her, but no one believes that it's Anna Henrietta did it. Everyone says that it's Sienna, and all of that was kind of all her childhood was a big mess, big pile of unfortunate events, which just followed one after another. You see, she was born at some point. People believed in those weird fairy tales about black sun and stuff, that children are somehow different. Then because quite often That's not always the case. Not all brothers and sisters are like that, but quite often kids are kind of fighting or stealing something or doing something bad. It happens. But instead of treating her as a normal child, everyone was blaming her. Her parents didn't like her, and so of course she was growing up in this kind of a in this environment, completely toxic environment, and it was not healthy, and it left some marks. It left some scars on her personality. So of course, what she's doing right now and what she did, it's basically those are the consequences of those events, you see. But different people do different things. In her case, she's kind of, well, I won't say obsessed, but she's focused on vengeance. Someone else, as I gave you the example of that Argentinian girl, she made wrong decisions. She ended up being a single mother at 23 years old. Some other people do drugs. Some other people make kids and they grow up in exactly, or not exactly, but very similar conditions as they were growing up. You see, and it's a big problem. It's a very big problem. Wait a sec, I'll be back. Wow. So what were I saying? What was I saying? So she was kind of growing up in this. So different parents, different people, they might. That's not a 100% guarantee, but quite a lot of people continue this kind of vicious circle. You see, it's very difficult to leave this vicious circle of kind of hatred and bad childhood. A lot of people just do that in different manners. See, some make mistakes in terms of relationships, some do something else, and in her case, you see, she did it. She kind of became her goal became the revenge, because not only her sister didn't support her, but she was exiled, and she had to kind of exist, you see. And Arietta, right now, she became more mature, more or less, as much as it's possible. And now she kind of understands that, well, family it's important, and she's trying to protect her, you see. She doesn't want Sienna to get killed. But how many years did it take? I don't know how old is Anna Henrietta. Is she 25, 30 years old? She's not 20 probably. Maybe around 25, 30, 35, something like that. I'm not sure. She looks kind of young, but it's kind of difficult to say. So you see, she needed at least 20 years, but maybe even more, to understand some things, to grow up, to stop being a kid. But Sienna was living in all those things. I'm not justifying her actions, and I'm not justifying that she is... there is no justification for killing people. But a lot of kids, they make this kind of mistakes, you see. And she's not an exception. She followed the same path, kind of, just in a different manner, you see. In her case, it's vengeance. She ended up using a vampire and killed someone. People in real life, they do different mistakes. They start dating and become, as I said, I don't know, single parents at 20 years old or something like that, which is bad. And all of that because there was a lack of parents. Parents didn't do their job. This is why in one of the previous parts I said that I tend to blame parents for a lot of things that happen in our childhoods. If parents are not doing their job, kids are growing up like her. And all of that could have been avoided. We could have avoided the situation by just having normal parents. Parents who are speaking with their children, who are taking care of them, who are who actually care about their children. If you did 2 girls, why are you only paying attention to one girl? Just because Sienna wasn't that good at alphabet or math or whatever? Because she had some difficulties, see? And okay, in this situation it's a video game, so we have some kind of supernatural things. They believed in some, not a prophecy, but some kind of a myth, a legend, black sun or whatever. But in real life, I can guarantee you that there are a lot of parents that are like that. But in their case, they don't believe in some myths and legends, they believe in something else. Some believe that, well, I already said that in one of the previous parts. Some parents, for example, do not invest, probably not the best word, do not spend enough time with their kids. A lot of parents go to work and they believe that, well, I had a poor childhood, but my child will not have the same childhood as I did. So what will I do? I will work 24/7. I will not spend enough time with my child, but at least we're gonna have some good food, fancy clothes, and a fancy apartment. That's not how it works. You need to spend time with your children. You need to speak with them. They need to be good, mentally healthy in order to grow up as normal adults and adequate, you see. Otherwise, a lot of children are growing up like Sienna. Maybe they're not killing, but they're doing other mistakes, which are clearly bad. They might be hurting someone. You don't have to kill someone to hurt someone, you see. You can start to have a relationship, and then suddenly you will break up. You see, I have spoken with such girls. I have spoken with girls who are having mental problems, but it's not an insult. You see, it's just It's the consequences of their parents not loving them enough. So what happens is that they get into a relationship, but because they're having problems with the self-esteem and other things, they end up breaking up. And I can't really blame them. It's not their fault that they are like that, you see. It's the fault of their parents. You do not choose to have mental problems, or you do not choose to have a bad childhood. It's something that kind of you have to live on. You didn't ask that for. You didn't ask that, but you that's what you had, and you have to deal with it. What is the choice? You didn't have any choice, you see. So you have to kind of heal. You need to get over. You need to grow up and deal with all those problems. But no one prepared you for that, see? And you have to deal with all those problems. And so the problem is that it's just one of the examples, as I said. The problem is that, for example, such girls, they get into a relationship, and then guys think, well, we will be together, everything will be fine, and then they end up breaking up, say 1 or 2 years. As I said, look at the statistics. The vast majority of kind of couples, if I can call them like that, they break up after 1 or 2 years or something. That's actually sad, but that's the reality that we're living in. That's it, you see. So you don't have to kill someone to actually make something bad or hurt someone. You can just get into a relationship, and then you will have mental problems, and then you will break up. But for you, maybe it's a good decision. You break up, it's better. What about the other person, you see? And there are, as I said, there are a bunch of examples like that. This is just one of them. I can tell you even more. The list is quite long. You can speak about different. Some people, as I said, end up being parents when they're kids themselves. They haven't grown up.
Got a history with Dettlaff now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sort off to this fecking fable sphere.
Okay. I'm playing with settings all the time. I feel like sometimes I'm speaking too loud and sometimes not loud enough.
Will-o'-the-wisp. Think it's got something to show us.
Careful. It's not to be trusted.
Oh. Didn't even see it. Look
Knight's
at all those
strange.
bodies.
Doesn't look like he's out of any fairy tale I know. Wonder how he got here.
In past times, Anarietta and I would occasionally run into them here. You see, knights errant far outnumber princesses in the real world. So some knights would sneak into the playroom, then into this land, in search of their fairy tale damsels. That's all.
Only to be shredded to bits by a swarm of pixies. Irony's delicious.
Look at all those dead bodies. Look at that. That is awful. It's like, wow. Vitis. Oh. Plus 20% art, sign intensity, ignis sign intensity. When? Doesn't look that bad. But you see, that's what I was talking about. I needed to clean my all this mess, but it's too late to clean the mess. It's too late. Yeah. Decoction. Plus 20. Wait. Carry. Plus 20. Wait, did you? I missed each blow, blah blah, each blow, no. Twice complete resistance, no. Does need, no. 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 This is the. It's decoction. Does it even make any sense to loot them? I think there's anything. It's a graveyard. It's not a lake. Very depressing land. There's a chest here. There's no. It is 7 years today since we last saw Siana and Henrietta. The spell is really starting to decay now. Some of the residents of this land are beginning to go mad. The wolf murdered Little Red Riding Hood and the hunter. The witch roasted Tom Thumb alive, along with the 7 Forcians, and pixies attack anyone who comes near. We sought shelter in the clouds, but the giant drove us away. Our last resort is the ship King Crushbear. We are planning to wait the worst of it out in the middle of the lake. Well, I suppose it didn't work. There is a cave over there, but I don't need it. That's the exit point when you jump the
Did you like Anna Henrietta?
Do you jest? I adored her. My darling little sis. So adorable. So sweet. Yet when they banished me from the palace, she didn't so much as peek out of the window.
She might not have known. Maybe just couldn't.
And could she also not grant me amnesty when she was crowned? Please.
and we will jump in the well.
Hello? Can we talk?
Watch my head! Damn it all! I swear that was the last time I drank with Redbeard. Oh, Siana, a bloody long time it's been. You've changed.
Whereas you, not at all, big bad wolf. Though it seems you've started running with the wrong crowd.
And who should I run with, eh? Thumbelina? One shot and she's under the table. But, what brings you?
You could always have a drink with us.
Oh, what now? Not on your life. I can barely stand, I'm so hungover.
You know what they say about the hair of the dog?
Out of the question. And why must you drink? Do you wish to drown some sorrow? And I don't mean to pry, but you don't look much like a young duchess to me.
They stripped me of my title and birthright, then banished me. A family spat, let's say.
Listen, looking for magic beans. Seen any?
I was given one for safekeeping, but...
Where is it? Talk!
Shh, not so loud.
Oh, I can be much louder than this. And resort to other means of persuasion.
Right there, the threats. Sienna to a T. Listen, I exist to restage a fairy tale. If you want to play at it, I'll be happy to oblige. But it won't be easy. The thing is, Little Red Riding Hoods popped her clogs.
What?
1,000 times they cut my gut open, filled it full of rocks, and drowned me in the river. So once you stopped coming, I decided to repay the little imp for all her loving labor. Good now, what's at the bottom of the well, she and the hunter, which means we can't play, and I'm under no obligation
A
to
wolf
talk
with a
to
French
you,
accent,
not about
man.
beans, nor anything else. So leave me be. Sod off.
Wolf's pretty cranky.
Surprised? Think about it. He was cast in the role of the Nemesis without ever asking for it. It's a dog's life, I tell you.
So, what now?
Don't worry. I'll play with him. Or rather, play him. I just need that little red hood. The piece of apparel, that is. Not the poor girl's corpse.
That's a relief.
You wish to help me? Here's your chance. Jump in the well and fish it out.
Why it's always
Well,
me who's jumping?
chop chop.
You jump. Girl always gets wet. He jumps in the water for Triss, now for Sienna. Man, what is this life?
All right, time to jump in the well.
Break a leg. Any luck?
Yep, look what I got.
That would never fit you. Give it to me. How do I look?
Sorry, don't know much about fashion.
Yes, it shows. Let's go see the big bad wolf.
Let me guess. You'll play the granddaughter.
And you, the hunter.
You again? I thought I was clear. I will not talk to you if Little Red Riding Hood is not with you.
Not a problem. Sienna can take her place.
What? Very well. It's not as if I can forbid you. Granddaughter, come closer, sweetie.
But, Grandmama, what big eyes you have!
The better to see you with, my dear.
Granny, what big arms you have!
The better to embrace you with, my dear.
And Grandmama, what big teeth you have. Eh?
The better to eat you with, my dear.
Sure you.
Look at that granddaughter. She's gonna kill the wolf herself. Doesn't need me. Burn, baby, burn. She always removes the burning effect. Oh man. Why did you do that?
Remember what Joss said about the red bean? A human has it, and he definitely didn't swallow it.
Gotta open his belly. Bottle caps, fake teeth, a corkscrew. Ah, here it is. Red bean.
Ah, at last we have them all.
What?
Now, I find myself wondering if you're just horribly discreet, or if those mutations completely scrubbed away your curiosity. Are you really not interested in what happened? In what became of me after they cast me out?
Well, since you brought it up, I'd gladly hear the rest. Let's see. They'd escorted you out of the duchy.
Yes. And the noble knights of Toussaint, I didn't stop until we reached the Ketdu wilderness. They left me there alone, without a copper, in a torn lace dress, right when the frosts were setting in. They assumed something would eat me, or that I'd do everyone a favor and die of hunger. But as always, I failed to live up to expectations. I wandered the woods for a week, went purple from the cold, gnawed the bark from twigs. Finally, I saw a light among the trees. A campsite. They were bandits, bearded, drunk, spattered with blood. I was sure they'd rape me or kill me, or both.
Take it neither happened?
That's when I learned a robber and a murderer can be a better man than a knight in shining armor. They took me in, we set off for Nazaire, and I did what I could to repay them. I advanced in their ranks rather quickly. Eventually, I became their leader. Of the whole ragged band.
Should have stayed there, maybe.
Perhaps. Perhaps I should have forgotten everything, started a new life. But you know what? There came a point when I thought, you wanted a monster. Then a monster you shall get.
Been through a lot.
I have. And throughout this time, my sister was stomping grapes and shagging minstrels on down bedding.
She wasn't the one to banish you.
And I'm not angry at her for that. I'm angry at her because she forgot about me. Right. We've had our chat. Come.
Man. And Arietta is still guilty. What happened to Roach? My Roach is a unicorn now. Damn, that's...
Just a bit more and I'll be free. At last!
Hey-ya!
There is something else. What is this cave? Something else here.
Someone's eaten from our boat.
Faster! Come on! Know what? I'll call mine.
Call mine Roach.
Roach? Are you serious? Ugh.
Blonde curls. Rest of the body's too mutilated. Not to say anything.
She got what she deserved, as I see it. Always took what she wanted without asking.
Is there anything else interesting? Interesting, seems like. There should be something else in this land. But because I can open the minimap, I can go over there. Because it will finish the mission. There is a part where the roach speaks. You speak to the roach, but I don't remember where is that. It's somewhere. That's for sure, but where? Where's that? Roaches. I am not sure. There's a goose. I have a quest. Where's the quest? Quest goose. Big. That goose. This
Whoa!
I'll help them.
4 animals stacked atop each other. What was the tale called again?
The musicians of Blaviken. Huh. You've some link to the town as well, don't you?
But my tale's not much like this one.
Oh, Geralt. And they call me cruel.
Come on, Roach.
She's not even here. That's funny. There's that weird sound. There's something here somewhere.
Doesn't seem to be at home. A feather broken. There was a fight. A feather broken. There was a fight.
Better make this quest because I suppose if I finish I won't be able to get back this land.
Goose feathers. Must have been flapping its wings. Or did it just get plucked?
Watch out! Pixies!
Pixies or jackals, they're attacking me. Look at you, look. The horde of pixies.
Hey, there, in the trees. Some kind of camp?
What kind of what? Ah, a camp.
Defend the goose! The golden eggs will be ours!
Not bad.
You mean to cross the barbarous Barbarossa? Not on your life!
But why keep her in a cage? Eggs from free-range birds are so much better. Oh well. Where's the key?
Where is the key? I have a key.
Here it is. Got it. Good thing you posted that notice. Never would have found you otherwise.
Oh look, she laid a golden egg for you.
If only all my employers were that generous.
Did you really travel all the way here for a contract?
Nature of the job.
I don't believe it. You must have had another reason.
Well, Spent a few idyllic months in Beauclair some time past. Part of me wanted to come back, I think.
Visit Toussaint once, and you'll always long to return.
I still can make the relic oil, man. It's ridiculous. The game is almost over. I still haven't made the soil. Well, I got a lot of skill points, but I think I'll keep some of them at least for mutations, because they require a lot. Erlen Yaxi. I might need Yrden actually. Yrden is not bad. So. Leveled up everything. Axe is kinda useless. I mean, you can, you see, you can use it like mind trick, puppet. But is it really useful? That's the question. Well, I can probably make a big mutation, right? But better. Okay, I made a quest. I suppose there is nothing left here. Or wait, no, there's this Roach story. Where is it? Oh man, I'm not sure where. Maybe it's in Toussaint, maybe it's not here. Don't know. That's not real Roach, it's a fake Roach. Don't do magic.
Such exquisite.
Not so fast, Roach.
I suppose I visited everything I could, because there was nothing over there. That is the barrier, so I can cross it. There is really nothing to do here, I suppose. Visited everything, I guess.
Giddy up.
Wolves on the prowl! Coming down the mountain!
There's nothing here. Oops. Is there anything? Becomes problematic.
Hey,
Stuck. Oh, I know. What a mess. I suppose it means that it's a barrier, so I can go there. This is where we came from. Barrier as well. So in any case, I can climb on the walls.
Giddy up.
not sure where's that quest with Roach. Roach speaking. I think I'll check it in. Search for this quest. Where to find it? Let's see. Because this is... It's not really the end, but we're quite close to the end. To plant them. It's a G. Yeah, well, it's not here apparently. It's on the main map, so it's northeast of the Duntine Crossroads. I'll do that later. Yeah. Wonderland.
Right, this is the spot. Pull out the beans.
We came to Wonderland. You and I get lost in it? Cut.
Wait!
Why?
The stalk will sprout abruptly. Very abruptly. We must be careful. All right, toss them!
Something's always gotta go wrong.
The home stretch.
Well, good luck. Climbing that.
Incredible.
The blade. Terrific.
Admire the view later. First, we must deal with... him.
For a fairy tale creature, that was one tough son of a wench.
I told you this land had gone ape mad, though I did not expect it to be so severe.
Can't help thinking you might have done that on purpose.
Why ever would I have?
To get rid of your guard, your captor. Getting close to the exit at this point. Probably think you don't need me anymore.
Well, you're wrong. You still stand to be quite useful to me.
Right, to choose because things might go south. That a simple question, right? I saved the game. But then I saved the game before planting those beans, so
Yeah, I know. Gotta get you out of here. Come on.
Wait, that's not what I meant. I need you for something far simpler and far more pleasant. Well, don't just stand there and stare. I need a man, Geralt, and I'm not afraid to say it. I've no idea what awaits me once we leave this place. Treat it as my last wish.
Another time, another place, maybe. No offense.
None taken. You spoke clearly, you spoke honestly. It's fine. Come. The exit's this way.
you need a man. A man is not a... He's not a sleeping machine. Let's say it like that. Oh, greater red mutation. That's great.
Another will-o'-the-wisp.
Wow, I didn't have place for that. That's for sure. Collecting all those sets, but what is the point of them? Oh, okay, it's only one sword. Well, it's great, I suppose. Ooh. Chef. Ooh. Look at my science. Plus 20% here and plus 20%. Plus 40% just to the... simply to intensity. Though I already have some boost to intensity. They should be... I'm actually curious. The only sign I'm actually curious is Igni. Because Igni is the... Igni is kind of the only damaging spell. Because Ard, even though it's kind of strong as well, but Ard is in any case, or Ard, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Ard is it does fixed damage, but Ard is where is it? Ard. It damage scales with enemy levels, so you don't... I'm not sure this intensity will change something. So Ard is it scales in any case. I don't think that intensity changes much. But Igni, for some enemies it's still strong, but for some other enemies it doesn't do enough damage. Not sure why.
Just curious. Why do you want the Heart of Toussaint and the ducal wine?
They were my right, my due.
Doubt we would have figured you out if you hadn't tried to get them. Know that, don't you?
I do, and I regret nothing. One lives but once.
Couldn't climb here. A falling whale from the sky and a random rock. What's going on here? That was so weird. Why there was a whale there? Or is it wasn't a whale. What was that? Looked like a whale? Maybe an orca? No, it wasn't an orca. Whatever. It was some kind of a sea animal, suppose.
Here, we need but jump into the well. You first.
Is there anything else? Anything interesting? Magic gold? Looks like a horse. Leftovers. Leftovers. Ah. Let's call it like that. It's this door. I suppose I found everything I could. Nothing else left. Well, adios.
Go on, jump in the well.
It looked like I'm falling in. Oh man. Textures.
Portals in a fountain? Not terribly practical.
It was a secret passage. Henriette and I would use it to...
Hide from your governess, which luckily she noted down in her diary, thus I knew where to await you. Never mind that. Has the young lady agreed to help clean up the mess she's made?
She has. And stop treating me as if I were a child.
Would you prefer I treated you like the lying manipulator you are?
Calm down, both of you.
But...
No buts. Let's go. Really want to be done with this.
Later. Well, it's just line manipulators. Very funny way to say that.
Nice place.
Isn't it? Offers a lovely view of the valley. On a clear day, you can see the outlines of Duntine.
Is it, though? A ruin like any other, I think.
So sensitive. So aware. Honestly, what did Dettlaff ever see in you?
Perhaps he'll tell you himself.
You nervous?
Mm-hmm.
It's always a bit nerve-wracking meeting an ex, and especially so when said ex is a vampire.
I doubt he'll be in the mood for jests.
I know. May I be honest? Yes, I'm nervous. I really would prefer just to run off. I gave my word I would help, I know. But how much is that worth? Yet I owe him this meeting, and that is that.
Let's get ready. Dettlaff will be here any moment now.
To replenish my potions. It's too late to think about that. It's too late.
Syanna, I have a question I must ask you. Did you truly feign it all? That which bound us was a ruse?
Dettlaff, it's not that simple.
Oh no, it's very simple. You either deceived me or not. In forgiving you, I grieve. For now, we must part.
What? But how?
The ribbon?
Ha! Seems I've been fooled again. She will pay for this, sooner or later. She will pay! You never should have meddled, Witcher!
Final showdown, final box. And I'm with my blue sad and blue and yellow sad man. it looks awful, man. What a shame. I'm not proud of myself. People are using Witcher sets, upgrading them, and here I am playing with blue trousers. Wow. They actually replenished my things. Or not. Yeah, they replenished it. But they didn't remove all the effects because you see I still have 240 weight that I can carry instead of 220. Kinda interesting. This one is kinda useless against it. It's not gonna more like that. Or even damage me.
I want you just the lass. You tricked me. Both of you!
Didn't plan any of it.
Silence!
Second form?
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
It makes me think about Ulquiorra from Bleach. That damage, that hurts. That hurts. Yeah, it makes me think about Ulquiorra from Bleach. I didn't really watch it, but I watched a couple of episodes. But that Murcielago form, or whatever the pronunciation is. Look at the damage, man. Oh boy. Wow. It's gonna be a long ride. I'll have to drink some potions once again. That's the only problematic thing. I have one potion. And I need as well.
I want you just the lass. You tricked me. Both of you!
Didn't plan any of it.
Hard is unbalanced.
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now.
a bit difficult without art, not gonna lie. It's really strong at this point.
Do you think that will stop me? Prepare to die, Witcher!
I was healing, but apparently it's not enough. Oh, I did my life.
I want you just the nuts! You tricked me! Both of you!
Didn't learn any of it.
If you acknowledge any gods, start praying now! Die, Witcher!
Jordan is unworking here. I'm not sure where I'm pressing Q, and instead of using Quan, it creates an alternative version of it. In order to use the alternative version, you need to press and hold. I'm not pressing holding, I'm pressing one-time Q. But what seems to be the problem? Because I already had to pay attention. My hand hurts. I'm pressing out all the time, man. My palm, my fingers, my arm, everything.
Leave him to me. Be gone.
I can't let...
I insist.
Things are
My, what a smashing ensemble. You wear it well.
Shut up. I look like a twit.
The caftan is sewn of the best fabrics available, and according to the best tailoring practices. But one must have a modicum of taste to appreciate this. Even the most exquisite robes cover only deficiencies in beauty, never in refinement.
Usually wear something different, better suited to my trade. Got nothing against this particular outfit, though. Just don't exactly feel comfortable in it. And I despise formal occasions.
Nothing one can't get accustomed to. Now, be so kind as to stand still. All that being as it may, Toussaint's highest honor, the Order of Vitis Vinifera, demands appropriate attire. The Duchess cannot be expected to drape the medal on a suit of armor caked in mud. Palace protocol places enormous emphasis on form, virtuous tradition, etiquette.
Huh. A tradition which values appearances ahead of all else. Which calls for lordly, glistening triviality and misplaced generosity.
Sound wistful. Pensive, Regis. That because they refuse to buy you a new outfit?
Hardly. It's the tone I ever adopt when I find myself pondering, which, believe it or not, happens quite a lot. Besides, I've no need for a new outfit as I shall not be attending the ceremony.
Why not?
Because unlike you, I don't have to. I shall begin to pack my belongings instead. I trust you'll join me later, once you're richer by a medal and a fascinating new experience?
Count on it. Ceremonies, medals honoring virtues. Just keeps coming up.
I've had no reprieve either. And I keep thinking of the last great virtue, compassion. It's the one piece of the puzzle that never seemed to fit.
Mean you suddenly believe the 5 virtues theory, after all we've revealed?
It's not a question of belief, superstition, or old wives' tales. It's a conclusion derived through exercising pure logic. Syanna planned everything in advance. Had we not stopped her, surely there'd have been a 5th victim. One the gossips would have associated with a lack of compassion.
Her plans don't matter now. Can't act on them. Ask the messenger who delivered my invitation to the ceremony. Syanna's in the palace. Courtiers pressured the Duchess to lock her in a tower.
Do you care not a whit who else was in her black book? We've some time before the ceremony. We could still chat with that boot-cleaning urchin. He was the one to pass the victims' names to Dettlaff. Perhaps we missed something.
Regis, Bootblack didn't say anything about making deliveries when we talked to him. How do you know he handled the letters?
While you basked in glory and tried on new formal wear, I conducted a little investigation of my own. You'd be very proud to see how I conducted myself. I began by concocting an ample supply of boot wash for our enterprising young friend. I'd observed that among street folk, amidst their society as a whole, reciprocity takes precedence over all other codes, and thus no good deed goes unrewarded. Of course, the same holds true for malicious or destructive deeds.
The letters. What's the connection?
When the bootblack arrived to collect his bucketful, he hinted he knew more. Simply put, we'd failed to ask the proper questions when we chatted earlier. It took a bit more tongue-loosening, but ultimately he spoke. He admitted he'd handed Dettlaff the letters. He knew this information was valuable to me. In providing it, he was simply repaying me.
All in all, why not check up on that? We'll go together, assuming we're done here.
I am done, yes. It lies in your hands now to see if you are able to present my handiwork at the ceremony with the dignity it is due. Or if you will first destroy it, crawling about the city's underbelly.
Promise to be careful.
Oh, it's the swordsman. Good to see you. Here for a spiffing? Dirty boots are a stain on professional dignity, you know. Step on up.
Need to ask you something.
Yet again? Go on then. I'm a proponent of free speech and I will gladly tell you all I know. But why not get your boots shanked while we jabber?
Jibber jabber.
Guess they could use a spit and polish.
Then I shall take advantage as well. A friend of mine used to say boots should be as clean as the soles that wear them.
Clean boots, clean soles. A fine slogan.
How's business?
Well enough. I can't complain. Though it'd be even better were certain folk to sit down for a shine as they stood and chatted.
Man in the frock coat. You passed him some letters, remember?
Why, of course. I'm young, got a mind like a steel trap, but...
If you're about to tell me this information will cost me, forget it. How'd you get those letters?
Beggars brought them.
Beggars. Tell us more about them. How many were there?
Why, 4. 1 for each letter.
Just 4? Sure you didn't get a 5th?
I can't count, you know.
Remember anything else? These beggars have anything in common?
What? Come now. Each was different. Some had mismatched boots, others had no boots at all. Oh, I know! They all had no home!
Kid, my patience is starting to run a little thin. Now think hard. Where'd they get the letters? They pick them up? Get them from someone?
I don't know. They'd come,
Hand me a letter and walk away. I asked no questions.
Geralt, allow me to ask a question. Listen, lad. I'll be glad to mix another batch of that bootshine for you. But you must focus now and tell us all you know. Where can we find the beggars?
Well, at the shelter, most like.
Where's that?
Everyone knows. It's just round the corner. Up those stairs, then right.
Thanks, kid. For your trouble. We must visit the shelter. Look around inside.
Obviously, I can run. Need to sell all that because I need money. I need money for Corvo Bianco. Need money for the Fury Trader Office Alchemy.
You've to move your
Whatever.
Yes,
Got it?
likely drunk in the
This is
gutter
a
again.
city street. We need no filth folk bunning about.
Gentlemen, there's no need to raise your voices. Let's keep our calm.
Our calm is exactly what you disturb. You? What do you want?
To talk.
Here, that's a waste of breath. We've tried it, only to tire our lips. We'll use other means of persuasion now.
Gentlemen, calm, please.
Either get out along with these flea-ridden vagabonds, or we'll toss you all out. Our patience is gone. This place is no longer a rank refuse dump.
Scram! Decent folk live here.
The shelter, them living here, bothers you. Question is why?
Look, Ballard. Another defender of the poor. Fighter for justice.
Damn nuisance. We've our women and young folk living next door, when even grown men fear to walk past such rabble.
Decent folk you mention. Mean yourselves.
Why? Do you doubt it?
Hell yes.
Hear that, Artois? He poking insults us. On our own turf.
We should step aside, good fellow. My friend is perfectly capable of settling this unfortunate dispute on his own.
Why I can use axe? I don't want to fight. All peace and love. I want to use axe and avoid this mess.
All right. I can take a hint. Come, time to go.
I thank you so much for your aid. I tried to reason with them, but they'd have beat me blue had you not come along. I'm grateful. Immensely.
What did they want from you?
They are neighbors. Wish me to take my folk, the shelter, elsewhere. They dislike that I help the beggars. I do not oppose going elsewhere were we to have somewhere to go. But you've come with a problem, have you? My turn to aid you.
What is this place? Poorhouse?
You could call it that. They come here to rest and eat a hot meal.
You help them, why?
Because they need help.
Need some information. Looking for a man who might have mentioned the Boot Black in Rue de Garl.
The Boot Black? A feisty lad. I know him.
Any of your, wards supposed to meet him recently or soon?
Forgive me. Those I help and I are not so close that I would know. But should you wait, they'll all soon come for their meal. You can question them yourselves.
Sure all your usual beggars will be here?
They're not obliged to come, of course. But they rarely find a decent meal elsewhere. So, almost all in the area eat here.
Thanks. We'll wait. Nice of you to let us.
My dears, I've a matter to address before I serve the soup. These two gentlemen have some questions of you. Pay attention. Answer in brief. For if you draw it out, your soup will go cold, and we wouldn't want that. would we?
Recently, 4 of you delivered sealed letters to the Bootblack. I know this.
Does anyone know what the gentleman means? Go on, speak up. Romain?
Why should I squeal? We're all told not to mention the letters. We all swore.
You can tell me, Romain. You were given a letter and you delivered it, right? Good work, Romain. Thank you. Who else?
I got one too. Gave it to the Bootblack. Freshy, he got one. But he can't tell you, as he's not here.
I still have mine. I'm to deliver it 2 days after the Feast of St. Barnabas.
It's a matter of importance to the Duchy. Hand it over, or I'll take it from you, plain and simple.
But I was to deliver it personally. Let no one else see it. That is what she said, and she was frightening.
You ought to heed folk who are kind and honest. These men helped me a short while ago, helped all of us. If this individual threatened you, you need not keep the promise you made.
All right, take it. I didn't want to see the Bootblack anyways. It's always muddy there.
Damn it.
What is it? Another name, truly?
See for yourself.
Well. I must say, even I did not expect this. This time you will see to our Duquesa. It seems we underestimated Syanna rather grossly.
Judging by this, Dettlaff was literally supposed to tear her heart out.
Yet first you must snap her neck. Puzzling.
Puzzle complete now.
Alas, the matter ceased to be a tantalizing brain tease and has turned incredibly grave. We've proof of a plot to assassinate Toussaint's ruler. We've proof of a coup d'etat.
Duchess was to be Dettlaff's last victim. Syanna planned it from the start.
Indeed. The logical conclusion, Geralt.
4 seemingly random victims to start. The virtue's their only link. Enough to get folk talking about a righteous, vengeful beast. Obscured the victims' links to Syanna, even as she had those she despised killed off one by one, leaving the Duchess for last.
Had she managed to fulfill her plan, none would have questioned the reasons. Most would have thought Anna Henrietta had died for her sins. She was known to show a hard heart on many occasions. Ample proof of a lack of compassion.
Why would Syanna murder her own sister? Out of envy? To take power? From an inborn penchant for evil?
Yes, yes, and yes. All seem likely, and none are mutually exclusive. But if you'd like to know for certain, you could always ask her yourself.
Think it's a good idea? After all, we foiled her carefully planned scheme. Think she'll even want to?
Talk to you? Would it harm you in any way to try? Some philosophers think empirical examination the sole path to knowledge. I believe you mentioned the Duchess keeps Syanna locked up.
Courtiers were insisting on a harsher punishment. Much harsher. Think Anna Henrietta had to protect her sister from a lynch mob as much as she wanted to protect her subjects from a criminal. One way or another, she's locked away in a secluded wing of the palace, awaiting trial before a court of law. I'd need to get past some guards to see her. Coming with?
Of course not. I shall await you at Mare la Chaise-Longue. I'll not risk entering the palace after Dettlaff and his minions rampage. Besides, I vastly prefer the company of a simple mug of mandrake brew to that of the Duchess's vile sister.
So, said straight up, it means you're going off to get drunk because you hate Syanna.
I've never been fond of categorical statements of that kind, but I admit I could not vouch for my behavior in her presence. She treated Dettlaff cruelly, caused his death in the end, and now this? Atop all that? No, Geralt. I will not go with you. I will await you at the cemetery.
Option. We can try to speak with her. And it will conclude this this part.
Here in Beauclair, all's right and fair.
Because it's already a little bit longer than it was supposed to be, but why not speak with her? Let's see what she got to say.
Come on. Who's next?
Trumpet. Our very last moments in Toussaint. Okay, not the very last probably, because I have a bunch of missions, a bunch of quests, probably Witcher contract, so I'll do them. It will be it might be quite long. I'm not sure about it, so it might take one part, maybe even 2 parts, with all those contracts, crafting gear and stuff. Or just random side quests. Plus I need to renovate Corvo Bianco. So it might take 2 or 3 parts maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah. The main line is almost finished. Main quest line. So we're approaching the end for our adventures in the Witcher world. Yeah, it's funny because games like this one, you never really say goodbye, even though it might feel sad. You still this game is so big that you will definitely replay it. It's a very game. It's not the first time that I'm playing it. It's probably not the last one. Yeah, a very interesting game. Indeed. But it's a little bit like with the Red Dead Redemption 2. These 2 games, they're like, you know, you replay them for different reasons. For example, The Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2, they got a very interesting stories and very interesting random quests. Assassin's Creed, for example, especially the last at least 3. I'm not counting Mirage, whatever the pronunciation. Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, they got amazing worlds. Very beautiful, and their quests are quite average, I'd say. A lot of them, at least. But the representation, the world that they recreated, it's absolutely amazing. So you see, at least in my case, I'm replaying these games for different reasons. I mean, ancient Greece, man, it's so beautiful. Seriously, it's just all these landscapes, mountains, isles, you know, and I think that one of the most important things is that, yeah, the world would be beautiful if you were only able, it'd still be beautiful if you were only able to see it from some kind of mountains and stuff. But the fact that you have a kind of eagle and you have this aerial view and you can just fly and see all that beauty, it makes it even more kind of attractive, you see. Red Dead Redemption 2 is amazing, don't get me wrong, but you don't have the same perspective, you see. The fact that you have Eagle and you can see all of that from the perspective of a bird, it changes everything completely. So it's a very big difference of Assassin's Creed and Red Dead Redemption 2. See? Even though Red Dead Redemption 2 world seems more intelligent, kind of, creatures, animals are interacting with each other, people are reacting, and that is way more intelligent NPC behavior than in Assassin's Creed. But you can't see all this beautiful world because you don't have an eagle. The best thing you can do is to climb a mountain, but it's quite limited. You see, you can climb every mountain. So this is why it's true that we have all this bunch of different games, and they all show us kind of different aspects. They're all important, you see. Quests seem to be more interesting in Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Witcher 3, but the world seems to be more. You can appreciate the world more, especially from a kind of a historical perspective in Assassin's Creed. Even though it's true that in the last 3 parts they kind of made they made an RPG system and some kind of magical things, but it doesn't remove the beauty of the world that you can appreciate by using the eagle. Not only the eagle, but eagle is one of the key components in this world, for such worlds, and I hope they will keep it for future games.
Halt!
Need to see Siana urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
Promise to be brief.
The Witcher will speak with the inmate. You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Have you come to see how I fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorius' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from me.
I know who the 5th victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Siana, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? No, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me, hmm?
Syanna, you were exiled when she was how old? 12? 13? She was a child. What was she supposed to do? Rebel? Organize a coup? Steal your father's seal and forge a pardon? She was powerless. Wiped you from her memory not because she didn't care, but because your departure was traumatic for her. She forgot because that was the only way she could handle the pain.
Ugh. You really want a happy ending, don't you?
Yes, please.
With all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Syanna.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
Need to tend to one thing first. I'll look in on him afterwards.
So be it.
Well, I'll stop here. This part. And I'll finish this quest in the next part. And make some side quests. And I'll continue very soon. As I said, it will probably take me, what, another 2 parts, 3 parts to finish all the quests, finish renovating things, so we are approaching the end, but it's not right now. It will be very soon, but not for Blood and Wine, more like for the main quest, so a little bit tricky, but you'll see. We'll continue very soon. This is the end of part 48. That's it for now, boys and girls.